Hello, today I will be covering practice and performance considerations for Ferling Etude number 4. Take out your Ferling book and follow along, annotating where you see beneficial. You might want to write in the measure numbers now to quickly navigate where I will refer to later. The key of this etude is A minor. It's a good idea to run scales and patterns in the key of the etude you're practicing. I will play the A minor scale slurred, then tongued, then I will play the A minor arpeggio along with its G sharp diminished counterpart. Finally, I will play A melodic minor in thirds, all slurred, and A melodic minor in thirds, slur 3, tongue 1. Next, we will review fingerings. This etude has a few places where LSK2 and side C are very useful. LSK2 is the second key in the left palm that normally plays third line E flat. This is LSK2. In measure 2, beat 1, leave the C key down while you press and play LSK2. In the very next beat, I use side C. In measure 3, beat 4, LSK2 can be used by itself for D, followed by side C in measure 4, beat 1. Side C can also be used in measures 6, 7, 8, and 11. I use LSK2 for measure 9, beat 3. Again, leave the C key down while depressing LSK2 in measure 9, beat 3. Here's that measure. Be sure to look at the Marcel Mule edition for the dynamics. There's a decrescendo from fortissimo to piano in measure 3, and a subito piano after the downbeat of measure 15. Finally, let's address measure 10 and measure 12. I recommend memorizing these measures in order to reduce the visual input and become more aware of your own body, fingers, tongue, and reed. The body should stay relaxed. The fingers should not lift very far off the keys. You may practice in a mirror to become more aware of that, as well as not looking at the music and memorizing these measures. The tongue should move a short distance rather than a long distance inside the mouth. And the tongue should not suction against the reed as much as possible. Try either tip tonguing, really at the tip, or anchor tonguing. The reed should respond well in the low register. I've noticed many students play on a reed that is not quite as responsive as it should be in the low register for these measures. Don't use a reed with too much resistance. It will cause the tongue to get tighter, it will cause your fingers to raise up, and it will cause the low notes to not respond. And it can kind of have a spreading effect of tension on the rest of the whole system, if you will, body, fingers, tongue, and reed. Check out the left-hand movement. This can kind of trick people up. Make sure your fingers stay close, like I said. Think of lighter tongue, lowercase t, capital A, capital H, instead of capital T, lowercase a, lowercase h. A couple tonguing tips. Like I said, try tip tonguing or anchor tonguing, but don't let your tongue suction against the reed. Release the tongue to make low notes speak instead of attacking. So when you think of tonguing, think of releasing the tongue so the sound gets out in time. You might want to think of tonguing earlier to accomplish that. Inside the mouth should maintain some relaxation and openness. You can try lifting the soft palate. And again, the tonguing motion should be very short, which will work better if the reed responds much better in the lower register. Like Eugene Rousseau says, keep the embouchure muscles in an U shape while the lips form a firm circle around the mouthpiece. For actual practice, try starting with the eighth note at 100 on your metronome. You can try these measures slurred, then tongued only on the low note, then tongued all. I'll start 2 beats early. Tonguing just the low notes. Then tonguing everything. And now for a performance of Ferling Etude number 4.